There's a lot of very, very smart people out there on Facebook and all over social media. And for the things that I say or make y'all aware of that y'all already know, it'll have a little effect on you, but not much, because you already know it. But there's a whole lot of people out here that are smart, talented, beautiful people with beautiful intentions towards others. And they don't have a sense of direction, which means you want to walk, you want to do this, you're excited about the opportunity to do that, but you don't know the first step and how to go about it. Everybody wants to be successful. Everybody wants to be able to survive and provide for their families.
Don't tolerate behavior. You get what you tolerate. Don't tolerate behavior from other human beings that you personally would not want for yourself. If you can remember when you're in the middle of somebody bullying you or somebody attacking you or somebody stealing your stuff or somebody trying to humiliate you, that you're more than this moment, that this feels like the worst experience in your life, but someday you'll look back on this and you will either laugh or you'll be proud of who you've become if you don't let this moment control you. You're more than anything that could ever happen to you. You're more than anything anybody could ever do to you.
But a lot of us just don't know how to process or understand a lot of things that seem to be out of their control. I feel very vulnerable when something is going wrong and I don't understand why. And so when I pray, I ask God to continue to send me clarity so that He can reveal things to me. Because your heart is affected by things that feels like you have no control. So you can't be stressed, depressed, miserable, or frustrated about things that you have clarity over.
You don't have time to be thinking about them. You don't have time to be concentrating on them. You don't have a lot of time. You only got 24 hours. So all of your energy needs to go into your goals.
Any behavior pattern that you repeat can take over. Self-doubt, worry, procrastination, fear. Those are all thinking patterns that are habits. You're actually not a worrier. You have a habit of worrying. You're not a procrastinator. You have a habit of procrastinating. Big difference. And when you understand that any behavior pattern, whether it is a thinking pattern like you doubt yourself all the time, or whether it's a behavior pattern like you drink too much or you snap at your kids, we spend way too much time trying to focus on manipulating how we feel and not enough time practicing the skills of controlling your behavior and your thoughts. You don't make decisions with your goals. You don't make decisions with your prefrontal cortex. You don't make decisions with logic. Do you know how we make decisions? We make decisions with feelings. You cannot control how you feel. You cannot control what triggers you. You think that you need to feel confident or courageous in order to get started. You don't. You actually just have to start, and that's the riddle of life. You actually have to learn how to push yourself. You have to learn how to leverage the power of your decisions, and you've got to learn how to take action when you don't feel like it. If you accept the fact that you may never feel ready and you may never feel motivated and you may never feel confident, and that's okay, but you can still push yourself forward. What happens over time is as you start to see yourself becoming the person that takes action and the kind of person that speaks even though your voice is shaking, you're the kind of person that has a bias toward moving instead of a bias toward thinking, guess what happens? You build the skill of confidence and courage. Confidence is the willingness to try. That's all that it is. Knowing that you may succeed or survive, but you'll still try.
How easy is it to get up in the morning when you know you're not doing all that it takes? It's not very easy at all. You can just lay there awake thinking, oh, what's a few more minutes in bed? It won't matter much anyway. Wrong. It does matter. It will matter. Now, how easy is it to get up in the morning when you're pouring it on, doing the best you can, anxious to get going, make progress toward your dreams? It's a whole different story. When you're resting to renew your reserves, it's much different than resting to avoid your day. Your successes fuel your ambition. Your successes give you extra energy. Your successes pave the way for more successes. It's the snowball effect. With one success, you're excited to meet another, and another, and another. And pretty soon, the disciplines that were so difficult in the beginning, the disciplines that got you going, are now part of your philosophy. How do you know when you're successful? Do you have to be a millionaire? No. All we ask of you is that you earn all you possibly can. If you earn $10,000 a year and that's the best you can do, that's enough. God and everything else will see to it that you're okay. The key is to just do the best you can. If it's $10,000 a year, wonderful. It doesn't matter $10,000 a year or $1 million a year. It doesn't matter as long as you've done the best you possibly can. Most people just try to get through the day, never writing anything down, never keeping track of their progress along the way, never really knowing if they are doing all they can to reach their goals, to drive their ambition. You need to write down everything that may be relevant in your day. What you did, who you saw, what you felt, how it may or may not affect you now and in the future. The best way to track your activities of the day is to write them down.